Well, this month makes 2 years that I haven't had a cigarette. I'm very happy, grateful, very surprised. Not exactly, because I always believed that I wouldn't smoke forever. I started smoking when I was 15, and I said I wouldn't smoke over 5 years. And then when I exceeded the 5 years, that's when I became in denial of the fact that I was smoking as long as I would. I was even lying to people when, the question would often, or frequently, just over 5 years, even when it became 7 years. And when it hit 10 years, I tried to quit, like on 3 different occasions. One time, the longest was 3 months, and that was good for me. That's when I started working out, and I was like, what's the purpose? Well, I didn't say it, but someone I was working out with, he was upset with me, because he was like, what are you trying to do? You're just contradicting, your body, your health. You're confusing your body. You want to be healthy, but then you smoke cigarettes. You want to eat healthy, you want to jog and work out and weight train, but then you go home and smoke cigarettes. It just doesn't make any sense. Pick or choose, If you're going to do it the right way. Like, you can't be a half-assed Christian. You either are or you're not, You can't nitpick through things like that, whatever. So, I started to quit then. And that was 3 months, and that was really good for me. Then my best friend, he smokes cigarettes. I don't know how good you can see. He smokes cigarettes, and I was with him a lot, and every time I was around him, I was like, give me a puff. Yeah, we can have one, And then when we would drink, it'd really be like, I don't care. I'm not going to start again. I'm just social. And then I started. I was even smoking roll-ups. That's how prideless I was. I had no dignity. Smoking roll-ups, to me, I don't mean to demean anything or anyone, but it's so low class, it's so, that's like being an alcoholic but drinking the cheapest beer in the market, like 211. Smoking cigarettes, but smoking the worst stuff that you can smoke. Specials. I had to go in stores and ask for midnight specials. People behind me thought I was talking about condoms, and then they would see roll-ups, and then they would look at me different, like, I wonder if that's the only thing she smokes. People judge. Everybody does, and don't say you don't. Everybody judges. If you're human, you judge. You may not let it interfere in how you treat a person. I started smoking just roll-ups, not roll-ups, but loosies. I wasn't buying packs, and I wasn't smoking roll-ups. I stopped that. This is towards the end, and I was smoking down to 7 loosies a day. A week. I'm sorry, I'm thinking ahead. And then one day I just quit. And I was like, I'm not smoking anymore. And I think that I was more addicted to the habit than I was the actual nicotine. Because my main worry is, like, what am I going to do with my hands? Like, what do people do that don't smoke? Like, sit there like this all day? You just do whatever you do, I just didn't know what I would do. But I picked up another habit of increasing the amount of coffee I consume daily. I always drank coffee, but now I'm heavy on it. As something to do. I think that people that have addictions have an addictive personality. That's my own theory. They have to be addicted to something. Just like alcoholics. When they stop drinking, they go to Sprite or they go to coffee. Like my dad, he used to be an alcoholic. Then he went to Sprite. Then now he's done with Sprite. Now he's strictly on coffee. It's like you got to be addicted to something. And that's okay. Some people just don't have that. And I admire those kind of people. But then again, that's fine because everybody's made differently. And the thing is, it's not that you have an addictive personality. It's about what you're addicted to. As long as you're addicted to the right things, then who cares? Do I notice my taste buds got better? How people are like, oh yeah, I can taste feed better. Everything tastes the same to me. Maybe I just didn't get to that point of losing my taste buds, and maybe I didn't, and I never had the smoker's cough. It didn't affect me in any way. Cigarettes, I didn't feel any different. It's just that, just like I don't feel any different having quit 2 years ago. I think that what I was more concerned about was just my health and knowing that it wasn't right. And also I sing, and I was worried about my voice. leaving one day. Like one day I'm not gonna be able to sing if I keep doing this, and every time like my voice will give out. Every singer has those moments. I would blame it on the cigarettes. Like, I know it's because of smoking, you know. Like, that's the only thing, you know, that I could say. I feel better knowing that I don't smoke, you know, and I feel better knowing that I had some control over something in my life, and that I made a decision, that I made a goal for myself, and I actually did it. You know, I used to pray all the time, like, God, okay, please help me quit this time. I'm gonna quit, blah, blah, blah. And I never quit. I never quit. I tried to quit when I was 16. I started when I was 15. When I was 16, I remember praying like, God, I want to quit. Can you please support me? Whatever. I won't help me. Whatever. I don't really know all the special fancy praying techniques, but I prayed, and I prayed all the time. And I know God was like, listen, you know, you're gonna have to help me. This time I really did it, and this time I didn't even pray about it. I just stopped. Funny. You know, so for me to have quit, I feel like I've done something in my life that I said I was gonna do and actually did it, and I'm not going back. I'm not gonna ever smoke a cigarette again. Like, I knew a guy who smoked for plenty of years. He quit for 5 years and he went back. How in the world? I didn't even want a cigarette, and I know I could take a puff right now. I did. I took a puff a couple of months ago. My best friend said, and I was drinking. Let me test myself. And even when the week that I quit, I drank that weekend just to make sure that I wouldn't start back up, because that's how I always started back up when I was drinking, the times that I quit before. So I was like, you know what, before I even act like I'm a quitter and tell everybody like, yeah, I'm quitting again, and they can laugh at me when they see me with a cigarette, I'm gonna drink this weekend just to make sure. And I did not even smoke, and I got drunk. I got roasted that weekend. All right, I hope this inspires people that want to quit to quit and know that it's possible. I know that you know that it's possible, but you gotta be ready to quit. You can't quit when you just in the bathroom. You have to be ready to quit. If you're not ready, you're gonna go back to it. It's like doing something out of obligation versus doing something out of the kindness of your own heart. And you have to consider yourself a part of humanity. You know, you have to stop thinking things can't happen to you. And that's just, I think that we look at everything like a statistic. We just kind of look at it from a far away distance, like, dang, that's so messed up. Wow, that happened to them? Oh my God. And it could happen to you. So you're no different, and you are no exception to the rule. You are no exception to humanity and to God's creation. I'm sorry. I know sometimes you want to feel special, like you're on God's good list because you pray to him all the time, or because you just feel special. There is no good list. I don't know. I'm not going to get into religion, but to me, there is no good list. Shit happens. And that's it. Okay. Bye-bye.